Yo, what up, guys? This is True from Gellietruelew, and we got a battle against Muck from Serebii. This was a really sick UU battle. So anyway, I lead with my Honchkrow, and he leads with a Shiny Frostlass. Chill rip! And he goes for the Ice Beam, and I was like expecting like Spikes or Taunt or something like that, but yeah, so it's going to activate my Sash, and I went for a Pursuit just to be safe, because maybe, I don't know, he would have switched out, because I kind of threatened him. So that takes him just a little over half. And then I went for the Sucker Punch, and he thought it was kind of weird that I ran both Sucker Punch and Pursuit in the same build, but I don't know, whenever I see him, that's pretty standard. So it goes out to Armado, and this thing is bulky as shit, so I just went for the Heat Wave to see how much that would do, because it is physically based. So he goes for Rocks and get some leftovers, and I go for the superpower here, and that just does a little more than the Heat Wave. Yeah, so he Rapid Spins and gets a crit, which is ridiculous. So I go to my Blaziken to try and basically counter this thing, and I go for the Fire Blast, and it is definitely going to take it out, which is nice. So that thing's gone. I'm going to take out a Life Orb damage. He goes out to a Slowbro, and this thing obviously walls me. So I switch out, go to Umbreon. And I'm going to take a Surf here, but it's not going to do that much, because Umbreon is a boost! And he's going to go out to his Umbreon, and I predicted the switch and went for a Toxic, but bad switch on my part. But he's going to get Toxic. I'm going to get regular poisoned. So there's going to be some lefties there, and whatever. And no, this isn't going to be like some Umbreon Stall War, which would be really gay. And he Confuse Rays well, after I get my Wish up, which is fine. And more poison, more lefties. More poison, more lefties. Same shit. And he's going to withdraw his Umbreon. I go to Flareon. And I was like, whatever, I'll just stay and go for a payback. But I get Confuse Axe, get the Wish up. Not too shabby. And I get hurt by poison again. And I went out to my Uxie here, because it's my physical wall. And I thought he was going to Superpower. But instead goes for a Fire Fang. And I'm going to shrug this off, because I just can. Get some lefties up. And I decided here... Oh, he goes for the Wisp, and I decided here that I should either probably go for my Rocks, because that would be the safe thing to do, and get some more lefties, and burn. There's a decrease. He goes for a Fire Fang again, and I'm going to T-Wave this thing, just because I don't want that thing to outspeed me later on. Not like it would, because its speed is garbage, but just to be safe. Some more burn, and I'm going to go for the U-turn here. Just to switch out, and I'm going to go to my Blaziken to take a Fire Fang. And Blaziken is a frail bitch, but, you know, whatevs. It happens. So he's going to go back out to Slowbro, predicting my superpower. And, unfortunately, Life Orb is going to take out my Blaziken. And there it goes. There it goes. Bye-bye, Blaziken. Thanks. And he's going to get some lefties back up, and I'm going to go out to my Mismagius. And I wasn't sure what he was going to do here, go for a switch or try and status me, but he goes for a Surf, ends up breaking my sub. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I probably should have just went for the Shadow Ball there. That thing, probably I could have taken it out. So he switches to his Umbreon, and I go for a Calm Mind here. I probably should have went... I wasn't sure if I should go for the sub again, but this is where it gets kind of stally and kind of gay, but it's fine. So, more poison, more lefties, basically. And I go for the sub, and he's just going to pay back. And this probably happens for about like 5 turns, but it's all good. Because it works out in my favor, and I'm really happy about it. More lefties, more poison. Yay. And I'm going to go for the sub again, and sure enough, payback. Now my initial plan here was I didn't really have anything that could counter this. So I want to get as much toxic damage on as possible. Like, regardless if he wished or not, with toxic, it still would have taken him down even after the wish. So after enough toxics and enough substitutes, it's gonna just be really just terrible. And here we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Lefty's poison, lefty's poison. And at this point, I was like, okay, well, I can't use another sub again. And he goes for the payback on my Uxie, and Uxie's going to be fodder now, and he's going to take some toxic damage. And I'm going to be in safe range to take it out with my Mismagius. And this is where the sweep happens. And it's pretty nice. So I come in, take some Stealth Rock, go for the T-Bolt just to be safe. And get some more lefties. And he switches to Slowbro, and I wasn't sure if a Shadow Ball was actually going to kill this thing, but it just took that health down, and it was really nice. Slowbro's down, and then get some more lefties. This is the first time I ever used my Mismagius, and I was so happy with it. And now another Shadow Ball is going to take out his Flareon. Awesome, awesome. Not a big deal if I paralyzed it or not, but yeah. And all he's got left is an Exeggutor, and yeah, another Shadow Ball is definitely going to take that thing out. It's a really sick battle. Kept me on my toes a lot, and once again, this is from Mock from Serebii. Great battle. Comment, rate, sub, guys. And yeah, have a good one.